Hey guys. So today I'm going to talk about what I've been experiencing over the past couple weeks. I know I haven't really posted too much. Um, and even not on YouTube, not on Instagram. I haven't posted a lot in a while because I've been just kind of trying to be in the moment and soak everything up and see what is going on around me because I just saw a bird. See what's going on around me because I feel like I I watch videos, not necessarily readings anymore because I'm trying to be done with watching readings because they're more general, and if I get a reading now, I want it to be personal. I do have my own cards, so I don't even do my own readings anymore. But I've been just kind. I've been trying to see um, what is going on and feeling more into myself without trying to rely on something outside of me. Which I do still watch videos, but not a, more so like videos that talk about what's going on with energies and not readings anymore. I definitely don't watch any divine masculine videos anymore because I'm just trying to let my masculine, I'm trying to mind my own damn business with that. So basically, what I've been getting over the past couple of weeks, I've been getting quite a bit. Last week, let's see, last week I had, or a couple of weeks, God, I don't even know where to start. Okay, so I have this friend, and he invited me to go to the gym with him, and usually I don't work out with him, not to come off like narcissistic or anything, but like I had a feeling that, well, there's reasons why that I had the feeling that, he was a little bit more interested in me than, you know, I got some things from him before. So, anyways, so I had not really hung out with him because of my divine masculine. Well, I don't because of my twin, and I wanted to be respectful for my twin, even though my twin was off doing third party karmic partners and all of that shit. Part of like for me, like I just couldn't hang out with anybody else or pursue anybody else sexually or romantically. I kind of just felt like it was disrespectful in a way, even though I wasn't like and tied to my twin in that like romantically or anything in any type of way. You seem a little raw. So I I don't know, like I just feel like me going outside of my twin flame union is just not for me. I'm not saying that don't do it. I'm just saying that it wasn't for me. Anyways, back to the point. The point is I never really hung out with this guy because I had gotten some things from him before, and I didn't want him to like think that I wanted to do stuff like that. So I just never really gave him that much of attention. I mean, I would see him in the gym, and when I would see him in the gym, I talked to him and stuff like that, of course, or whatever. But I never really like planned to hang out with him and stuff like that. But anyway, so he asked me to the gym or whatever. And at this point, I was just like, fuck it, like my twin's off doing whatever the hell he wants to do, so I'm just going to, I'm just gonna go hang out with this guy because I know we're just gonna go work out and it's not anything like that. So anyways, this guy, we're hanging out and he was showing me kind of what the masculines are going through right now. And he was talking about this girl and how he was starting to like her and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, so like what's stopping you from, pursuing things? And I could tell that his insecurities and that like all of that stuff was kind of getting in the way, like what you like the mind and everything was just getting in the way. He wasn't being in his heart space about it. And it was showing me what's going on with the masculines at that point because he was interested in this girl and he was telling me that he thinks that he was falling in love with her and stuff, but he was not letting himself pursue it in the way that he wanted to because of his insecurities and fear and this and that. So it was showing me what was going on with the masculines because, the masculines are going through, the same thing or were going through the same thing at the time or whatever, being scared because of their own fears and insecurities and things that they had to work through. So he was showing me what was going on with the masculines at the time. So that was just something that I had seen last week, or maybe it was the week before, I don't really remember. And another thing I've been getting, I get things with birds. I don't know and I don't understand. I mean, I've looked up spiritual meaning of birds, but I always get stuff with birds. Like, I had a dream about my twin 2 days in a row. Like last week or the beginning of last week or something like that. Or sometime last week. And there was a bird on my windowsill both mornings that I woke up that I had the dream about my twin. And I get birds all the time. Like they just stick out to me like a sore thumb, sis. Like the other day I was pulling out of my house and I saw two white birds flying across the street, and I was like, what the? And I immediately knew that it had something to do with what popped into my head at the time was purification of the divine feminine and divine masculine when they come together, like the pure union when I saw the two white birds together. And then I was going to the gym that same day and I drove past my twin's neighborhood because his neighborhood is on the way to the gym and that I go to. So, and I saw two white birds again pass over his neighborhood, and I immediately knew, like, it like reassured me that it was the divine feminine and divine masculine, but like it was divine, the divine feminine, divine masculine, the pure form of the feminine and masculine energies when they're together. So, and I've been seeing like birds everywhere, and they'll be like in pairs. So it'll be like two birds, two birds, two birds, either flying together or really close to each other on the power lines and stuff. So I'm knowing that union is coming. And another thing, though, I have been seeing singular birds by themselves too. Like just now, I just saw one actually. It flew right by my backyard. So, oh my God, again, what the heck? So, I don't know if that's meaning that I'm coming into union with myself or whatever that means, but I've been seeing one bird by itself as well. But I still see two birds together, so I know that union with twins are happening right now, and that one bird I feel like is also showing me that I'm like coming into myself. And another thing is, today, I've been seeing hella 13s everywhere. So I know that something's dying. The other day I was seeing hella 88s and 33s. So I know that I feel like unions manifesting or things are starting to manifest. I feel like that's what they're showing me. I don't know if that's for everybody or what. But I've been seeing 33 and 88 a lot. And to me, those numbers represent manifestation. So I know that things are manifesting right now, and today I was seeing 44 like there was no tomorrow. Literally, 44s everywhere, and 44 is a number that I associate with my twin, so I know that there's a lot going on within my twin flame union, and I've been having so many dreams about my twin lately. Some of them are like one of them was about a karmic partner, and at the end, the karmic partner was like ended up being on like some hardcore drugs or something, and my twin did like a fist bump, like showing me that he was happy because it was his way out of the situation. And then last night I had, or this morning I guess, I had a dream, two dreams, three dreams in a row because I wake up after every dream usually. Um, I had like three dreams in a row. I don't remember the middle dream, but the first dream was I was pretty angry at him. So I feel like the divine feminines might be kind of angry at their masculines right now, and if that's the case, like then you need to really let it go. A couple of dreams that I've had, I know that it was just me releasing the anger and releasing fear and stuff. Also being shown that the masculine, my masculine, which I feel like if they're showing me with my masculineness represents everybody else as well. Um, or some people. I don't want to say everybody, but some people. The masculines, if they're with a third party situation, they're realizing that they don't want to be with the third party situation anymore, and they're starting to choose the divine feminines over the karmic partners or the karmic feminines, and all of that. Because the one dream with the karmic being on drugs, my twin was happy about it, and because it was his way out. And then last night in my dream, my twin, me and my twin didn't even speak because the first dream that I had about him, we argued the whole dream, and he had me fucked up the first dream. I'll just say that. And then the last dream was like, I guess I was upset about the first dream still, maybe when I was asleep, because the last dream that I had, we didn't even really speak to each other. Well, I don't think we spoke at all, but we were around each other the whole time. It was weird. Like, I saw him the entire dream. We were in each other's presence the entire dream, and we were at a swimming pool. So I know that that has something to do with like purification or emotions or something, because we were in water. We were by an ocean or a swimming pool or something, and we were swimming in it. But we were around each other, and then we get to this like locker room, and my twin is arguing on the phone with this female, and then he hands the phone to me, and we had not spoke the entire dream. Even when he handed the phone to me in the dream, he didn't even say anything to me. He just handed me the phone to speak to this girl he was arguing with, and I just saw 44. And to me, what I felt when I was in the dream, because I remember when I woke up, was that like my voice had softened in the when I was talking to her on the phone in my dream. Like I was like showing her like that I was his feminine, but to me, what I got from that, which I don't know if you guys would get it, but like I got that he was choosing me over her, if that makes sense, because he was handing me the phone to talk to this girl that he had been arguing with, which I knew in the dream was a karmic partner. And he was kind of wanting me to show her that like I was his feminine, which was why why I was softening my voice in the dream. If that makes sense to you guys, I just know what I know what I was I know what I'm talking about. And that's what matters. So, and then at the end of the dream, we just walked out. We still didn't even speak to each other. We didn't speak to each other after the phone call. But we were just by each other the whole time. And even when I was on the phone, like I had softened my voice and I was talking to her, and then the next thing you know, we're walking out. And it's just like these things that I know. I guess it's intuitive stuff that I know in my dream as well. But I saw him walk to his car, and his girlfriend or whatever the fuck was waiting for him. And not that I don't know if he in real physical life has a girlfriend or anything like that, but I know that in my dream he had a karmic partner. Because me and him don't speak in real life right now. But in the dream, he pretty much ignored her. She was waiting outside the car for him, or outside of her car for him, for them to talk. And he just got in his car. And I just remember saying right before I woke up, like, she doesn't realize that he doesn't want to be with her anymore. So I feel like a lot of the masculines are choosing their feminines now, their divine feminines, over karmic feminines and third party feminines, or whatever, however you want to view it. I feel like the masculines are now choosing their true divine feminine over their third party karmic feminines. And another thing I've been getting was the number 13 today, so I feel like there's a lot of death going on, but I've been getting the number 12. And I know that for some people that may represent like a new vision or something, or maybe transformation, but I definitely feel, oh, I just saw 44 again. What's been popping into me is this new moon that's happening, because I think it's happening on the 12th. Let me check real quick. Let me check real quick before I give you guys, whatever. So I hope everybody's doing well. I want to come forward with new content on my page because new moon, what's this month? July 2018. I want to come forward with new content on my page because I really want you guys to see. At first I thought I was going to do like readings and stuff, and I still want to do readings on here. So July 13th. So July 13th. I don't know. I heard the 12 somewhere when I was watching a video earlier about the new moon. So maybe that's where I was thinking it from. But I definitely feel like this. Oh, wow. The 12th and the 13th are probably going to be important days then, because I've been seeing 12 and 13. If the new moon is on the 13th officially, then guess what? That's an important day. And the new moon's in Cancer, which my moon sign is in Cancer. So I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen for me. But anyways, guys, but like I was saying real quick side note, whatever. I want to come out with some new content, some quality content. I want to do like videos, like mukbangs and stuff like that, where I'm talking about spirituality, but, not just in the way of like, I guess how everybody else does it. I want to do stuff like, maybe a get ready with me where I'm putting on, like makeup or whatever the fuck, because I like to do makeup sometimes. You be coming out snatched or whatever. And I like that, especially when you put on that contour. You be like, ooh, eye bags, who? We never heard of them. I never heard of an eye bag before. That's what happens when you put on that concealer. That's all I know. So I definitely want to put out some new content, some quality content for sure. So if you guys have any, ideas or whatever, or want me to start doing something, I only have like 17 subscribers, but hey, it's better than none. So I'm gonna start putting out different content too. I'm gonna do collective and stuff, but I'm really funny, and I want you guys to see that side of me. And I don't feel like you guys, I feel like you guys get a little bit of it when I'm talking about this stuff, but I don't think you guys get everything that I mean, I'm talking about. You guys don't get all of me. But basically that's what I'm getting right now with the divine masculines, is that that there's change coming with them. And with the white birds too, another thing that I noticed was, because I had been thinking about my masculine at the same time I had saw it was a one white bird by itself. I know that the masculines are purifying right now themselves, and that they're coming into their divine masculine energy. Now for divine feminines, I feel like I'm generally in my divine feminine energy. I realized that I am meant to work with divine feminines a lot more, because I am the primary key holder of the divine feminine in my twin flame union. I mean, it's a little bit obvious. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit more on the feminine side if you really get to know me. But, oh snap. My screen went black. But I feel like the divine feminines are pretty balanced right now. I can tell, and what I started to notice is that I didn't notice it at first, but I do affirmations every day, and I generally say the same affirmations every morning. Like right when I wake up, I do affirmations and a meditation and all of that. But my affirmations change sometimes. It'll just like be something that comes up and I'll say it as an affirmation. If you guys get what I'm saying, like I don't want to say like a script, but imagine me saying the same affirmation every morning, and then sometimes there's something new that comes through, and it's like, say this as an affirmation. I'm like, okay, so I feel like something that changed within me last week was that I started to say that I was a divine goddess. And it was just kind of random because I always say that I'm in my divinity, I'm in my divine power, I'm one with my divine magic. But when I start to say that affirmation, I started saying that I was a divine goddess all of a sudden. So I feel like the divine feminines are stepping into their divine goddess now and really embracing and embodying the being a divine goddess, a divine feminine goddess. And if you're not, then you need to start doing that. You need to start embodying and being that, because it's really important. And especially if you want your masculine to come forward to you, he needs to come forward as a divine masculine, not just a masculine. Because what's the whole fucking purpose of going through all this shit if your masculine's going to come to you as a masculine and not a divine masculine? I was saying, I just saw a bird again. Like, even it was weird. I was like starting to pray like I wanted my divine masculine, or I wanted my twin to come forward as my masculine and not just my masculine. I wanted him to come forward as my divine masculine, because that's what I deserve. And I don't know, like, I feel like my affirmations kind of show me what's going on with the divine feminines as well. Even though I'm primarily divine feminine, they change up randomly when I'm in the middle of saying affirmations. It'll just be stuff that comes through and I'll start saying stuff as affirmations. It's almost like channeling or something. There we go. There we go. But yeah, so the feminines, I feel like the feminines are moving into their divine feminine goddess energy, and you need to be, because sis, it's time. And I feel like another thing that's really important, because I feel like some people aren't like, I feel like people, what I've been telling other people, because I work with all women now. I had quit my job, and this job that I got was literally such a random blessing from the divine, because I had been jobless. I got laid off a long time ago in February. Spent like a couple of months. It was really, really fucking difficult being jobless. Finally got a job, and the day that Pluto went retrograde, I ended up quitting on the same day. Didn't even realize that Pluto went retrograde, which I thought was kind of funny. But that just showed me that that job wasn't even meant for me either. And then I had went to being jobless again. That was in like May or something. And then I was jobless all the way until like June. So this new job that I got, I just applied to it one day, and then all of a sudden they called me back the same day, and I got an interview, and it's kickboxing, and it's really cool because I work with all women. But I see with these women kind of what's going on with the feminine energies as well. So I've been really telling these women the importance of being balanced and the importance of being a divine, being in your divinity, being a divine feminine, not to give your power away, because I feel like a lot of feminine, or and the importance of like believing that it's already yours, saying that it's yours already. um, that was a conversation that we had the other day. Was basically kind of saying like you have to believe and say that it's already here, that you already have it, that you already own it, especially with your twin flame union. I feel like not don't focus on your masculine and don't focus on your union, but I feel like some people stop. I don't know. I never stop praying about my twin. I pray about him every single night, and I pray what I desire and want from him still, but I don't let it be the focus of my entire day, unless I feel, an energy or something that has to do with my twin, or an emotion that comes up that has to do with my twin. Then obviously I'll pray about it to let it go, or whatever the fuck. But I definitely still pray about my twin because I love him and I care for him a lot, and I want to pray about him and make sure that he's doing well. But you have to say, feminines, like, don't go cold in your heart. Seriously, don't. I know that we have been through quite a bit, and this came to me like last week because I was telling the divine, I was like, when I'm fucking down, whatever, and I was just like, I think I'm gonna go cold hearted if this shit keeps happening, because I don't know how much my heart can take, and this and that, because I'm such a big hearted person, and I really do love really, really hard, and I really care really hard. Um, and I used to think it was a flaw because I'd be like, damn, this shit was getting me fucking hurt. But the other weekend, I was just like, I don't know how much more I can take of this. I'm gonna start shutting off and all of this and that. But it was just showing me, I feel like, what the divine feminines are kind of going through too. Some of them, not everybody. That's not for everybody. But do not go cold, sis. We chose this. Remember that. Everybody forgets. All of this is a choice. We all chose this. And at the end of the day, we're not victims to anything. We chose this. We choose our actions, and we choose how to go about things, and whether or not we want to purge emotions out and stuff like that. Like, everything's pretty much a choice. And dear feminines, I just don't want you to go cold-hearted or whatever. I know, and I see it sometimes when I'm watching other videos, some feminines just be like, I can't do this anymore and this and that. Sis, like, you signed up for it. Remember that. Like, you signed up for it. That's what I tell myself every time. Like, I'm like, I signed up for this shit because I'm strong enough to do it. And feminines, you are divine queens, and you need to be a divine queen and realize that you are strong enough to endure this stuff because you signed up for it, because you knew that you were going to be strong. And it's difficult and it's confusing sometimes, but if you stay in a state of being like, I don't want to do this anymore and blah blah blah, you're not trusting the divine process. Like, just trust the divine process, and I feel like the confusion becomes less and less. As I stopped allowing, I guess, I don't want it to come off weird, as in like, I don't want it to come off as like, I don't know what I'm trying to fucking say, but I tried to just, it's confusing sometimes because we get all types of fucking energies. Like, I understand it completely. I get energy sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, even yesterday, just a little bit. I had been getting hella signs and synchronicities, and all of a sudden I stopped getting signs and synchronicities. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't see anything. But it's being in that state of fear and stuff like that. And you just got to call it out. When you're feeling some type of way, if you feel an emotion or whatever, sis, just call it out. Just call it out. some of you guys I see on videos and commenting and stuff like that, and you guys are like, I'm just so done and shit with that and whatever. Like, just don't go cold hearted, is what I'm trying to say. If you feel like you want to be done, that is your choice, and you have every right to choose to be done with this stuff. But remember that you are strong enough to endure it. So when you do feel weak, just remember you are a queen and you are strong and you are courageous and brave and you are fearless. And I say those every day as an affirmation as well. So, divine feminines, be queen because you are a queen, sis, and you are strong. And think about how much we have endured this. Like, think about how much we've endured so far. We have endured quite a bit. Some of you guys have been on this journey longer than some of the other people. I know I've been on this journey since, well, I didn't know I was on a twin flame journey, but I would say my journey's been a couple of years, a few years. But with my for real twin, it's been almost a year. But I know some of you guys have been on this a lot longer, and it might be a lot more difficult for some of you guys. I mean, I don't know, everybody's path is different, but just remember, you are a divine queen, and you are strong enough to endure all of this. And just make sure that you calling out the emotions that you feel. Don't get cold hearted. Don't do none of that. Just make sure you call out the emotions and pray, and I promise everything's gonna be just fine. But I feel like I've been moving out of the state of confusion for the most part and more into a state of being and knowing and trying to be in that state of being and knowing. And I feel like that's important for everybody to be doing right now, is especially divine feminines, is being in a state of being and knowing. And it's kind of difficult at first, but I just do affirmations to help me get there. But I know I kind of just went all over the place with the divine feminines, and I kind of probably went all over the place with the divine masculines too, whatever. But you know what? At the end of the day, I still love me. So that's just what's going on right now. I feel like the divine masculines are going through a state of purification. I mean, the feminines are too, because I know that when I saw those two white birds, I knew that that was like a pure divine feminine, divine masculine, because they were flying together, and I saw it twice, 2 times in one day. So I know that the divine feminine, divine masculines are going through a state of purification and stuff like that, especially the divine masculines. And I feel like the divine masculines are starting to get to a point now where they're choosing their divine feminine over the divine masculine. Oh, and this just popped into my head. So I got into the car earlier, and I heard this song. This song came on. Let me see what it's called. Don't know. This video is like 20 million years long. Where I Want to Be. The song is called Where I Want to Be. So let's look up the lyrics. Where I wanna be. Okay. So this is what I got. Where I want to be is, if I didn't listen to the song, because I was in the middle of, was I in the middle of affirmations? No, I was just in the car. And this song just came on pretty much as soon as I got in the car. And I feel like this is where the masculines were. This is what my masculine was showing me, that why, I guess, kind of where the masculines were at or are at right now. If you're in separation from your masculine. Song's called Where I Want to Be by Donnell Jones. And basically he says, he basically just says that he needs to see where he wants to be. And he says, If she gives me some time, I can be the man she needs, but there's a lot of lust inside of me, and we've been together since our teenage years, blah, blah, blah. And then he says, but when you love someone, you just don't treat them bad. Oh, how I feel so sad. Now that I want to leave, she's crying her heart to me. How could you let this be? I just need some time to see where I want to be. So I feel like that's what the masculines are trying to say is like, especially this line sticks out to me is, if she gives me some time, I can be the man she needs. So for those that are in separation, it's just like give them the time so that they can be, so that they can see that they want to be with you. Because like this other line says, there's been a lot of lust inside of me. And that's kind of like a lower energy. You don't want to come into your union based off of lust because it's not going to work. You don't survive in a relationship that's based off of lust. You survive in a relationship that's based on love because love is strong. Lust isn't strong. Lust is temporary. But I feel like that's for whomever needs that is let your masculine become the divine masculine that you need him to be, that you want him to be, and let him purge out those 3D those I don't want to say 3D, but those lower vibrational energies, and let him come forward as a divine masculine, and let him see that he wants to be with you. Because at the end of the day, the union is imminent, and if you're going to be in a state of knowing, you have to know that your union is going to happen, and that nothing or no one can nor will stop that. But you just got to let it happen when it's meant to happen. You just got to give them the space that they need. And I feel like that's why a lot of feminines had disconnected from their masculines and stuff like that, even if you didn't know that you were doing that, or even if you didn't mean to do that. I know I have felt disconnected from my masculine until I started having all these fucking dreams about him. But anyways, guys, I know that was kind of all over the place, but I hope you guys get the message. Divine feminines, really, please just be a queen. It is time for you to be a queen. It is time for the divine feminines to be a queen. Live your life as a queen. Treat yourself as a queen. Live and act as a queen. And like, that's what I be telling these women that I work with every single day. I'm like, listen, sis, it is time. Like, you need to be a queen. You need to do this and that. Because I be seeing how their relationships are going or how they be treated and stuff like that. And it's really just showing me like feminines really need to step up me in the queen energy. It's time. If I'm in my queen energy, it's going to help somebody else be in their queen energy. And that queen comes into her energy as a queen energy, then that's going to help somebody else be a queen. And so on and so forth. So divine feminines, be in your queen energy. Live and just live every day as a queen. Okay, sis? Or obviously other guys who are divine feminines, if you're primarily the divine feminine key holder, or if you're in the same sex, what the heck was that? Oh my god! Wow, that was so funny. Something popped up on the side of my screen on my laptop, and it was like my phone, but I wasn't using my phone. So I looked to see if I got a message or something on my phone, and it was 44. But I have no messages on my phone, by the way. So I think that's kind of funny. But anyways, guys, be queens, and I love you guys a lot. Be in your divine God, goddess energy. Whatever you are, if you're a divine feminine, divine masculine, whatever resonates with you the most, whatever you want to be. If you're a divine feminine, you want to be a divine God, then be a divine God. If you're a divine masculine, you want to be a divine goddess, be a divine goddess. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. Just be divine. Okay. So I love you guys. Peace and blessings.